Imagine waking up tomorrow and your AI assistant is smarter, your browser has a new update, your apps are improving, your devices feel more connected than ever. Everything looks like technology is moving forward, but behind the scenes, security researchers are noticing something interesting. The same tools making our life easier are becoming the next big targets. AI that can create things, browsers that can control our digital lives, developers building future, and even satellites above Earth. Everything is changing. Welcome to AITC News. Let's see what happened in AI technology and cybersecurity. Let's start with probably the most futuristic security research today. AI-powered malware. For decades, malware worked in a simple way. A person writes a malicious instruction, the computer follows those instructions, steal this file and connect to a server and spread this way. But AI introduced a completely new question. What happens when a software does not allow only instructions but can create new ones? Researchers demonstrated where AI models can be connected with self-replicating behavior. And the scary part is not experimenting today, but the important is what it represents. Because AI agents are designed to understand situations, make decisions, and complete goals. The same abilities that make AI useful also need strong security. And every powerful tool follows the same pattern. First, we ask, can we build it? Then, can we make it useful? And finally, can we make it safe? Next story affects almost everyone watching. Your browser. Most people look at Chrome and think it's just where I search Google. But think about it. Your browser knows almost everything you do online: email, browser, banking, shopping, work, and many more things, even including passwords, if she's told me. Your browser has totally become one of the most important apps on your computer, and that's exactly why attackers target it. And Google recently patched another actively exploited Chrome zero day. A zero day means attacker discovered a weakness before even a fix was ready. And so when you see Chrome asking for an update, it's not always for a design or a new button or a new feature. Sometimes the update is closing a door that attacker can already use and found it. Next cybersecurity update. A VPN systems were again in a security discussion. And here's how. The interesting part is VPNs exist to protect companies. They are basically secure doors employees use to enter computer network. But you know something? The most important door is usually the best door to attack. Because if you control the access, you can control what door comes after. Speaking of old doors, an old vulnerability continued being used by attackers. And this teaches an important lesson. Finding and fixing a bug is only half the battle. The other half is, did everyone actually update it? Millions of people delay the updates, and attackers knows this. And sometimes they don't need to stick to a new trick, they just need people who ignored the old fix. Now here's a big shift happening. Hackers are not only targeting softwares anymore again. They are targeting people who create these softwares. Yeah, that's it. Developers. Why? Because developer has the keys for many more resources like the source code, API, cloud, internal systems, data, and many more. Imagine, think about a car factory. If someone want to create a problem, they can attack every car after it leaves the factory, or they can compromise one of the important part before thousands of cars even built. Now, that's what here matters. Software works the same way. The attacker attacks on an open source package, say it a Python, NPM, etc. Modern apps are built on thousands of small open source pieces. Protecting those pieces is everything built upon them is equivalently protects them. So that being said, now this connects directly with an AI coding. That today someone can describe an idea and AI can generate code in seconds. A person who never built an app before can suddenly create something that's incredible, really. But there's one important point. Working does not always mean safe. Imagine building a bridge people can walk, cars can drive, but engineers still need to test, can it survive pressure, can it survive for years, and same happens with the software. Now, AI will make developers fast, but the developers who understand what AI creates will be more valuable than people who creates. And now this one is different. Researchers explored how SSD behavior can relieve information through tiny patterns. This is a part of field called side channel research. Instead of directly breaking into something, researchers study signals a system accidentally creates. Timing, power, performance changes. Tiny clues. It shows how a complex modern technology has become. Security is no longer just about passwords. It goes all the way down to hardware behavior. And speaking of foundation, a new Linux kernel issue was discovered. Linux is everywhere, if you know, servers, cloud, Android. The kernel is the foundational layer. If the foundation has a problem, everything about it matters, as how we discussed about the packages. Now moving away from the security and technology, SpaceX is not only thinking about rockets and internets, the biggest future discussion is infrastructure. AI needs enormous computing power, data centers, energy, cooling, hardware. So the question companies are exploring is, where does the next generation of computing happen? Today it sounds futuristic, but trust me, reusable rockets are also sound futuristic ones. And finally, consumer technology. Phone, computer, and devices are changing again. The next generation is not only about a better cameras or faster chips, the real change is how AI, hardware, and software combine. And a phone is no longer just a phone, a car is no longer just a car. Every device is slowly becoming an intelligent computer. So today's pattern is clear. Technology is getting smarter as always, but small technology creating new problems and new questions. Can we secure AI? Can we trust tools we'll build with? Can our infrastructure keep us? The future is not just about creating powerful technology, but it's about creating the technology we can trust. And that's AITC news. I'm learning these changes every day and sharpening the most important signals here. See you in the next one.